Folks, it's your hard-working American man, dad of all trades. What an explosive day in Washington, D.C. It started off this morning with Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, expected to show up for the House Oversight Committee for a deposition. They were going to ask him some questions. And in fact, he did show up in Washington in his bulletproof SUV with his Secret Service detail and his greaseball, slimy lawyer Abbe Lowell, and proceeded to hold a press conference saying how unjust this was and how incredibly crazy this was that they were trying to drag him before a committee and this and that. And he got back in his SUV and he drove off. Now, the White House says that this is simply just an attempt on Republicans to try and, help Donald Trump's reelection bid. That there's simply no evidence. Of course, if you ignore the suspicious activity reports and the emails between Joe Biden and Hunter Biden's clients, and if you ignore the 20 shell companies, why do you have shell companies? $24 million through those shell companies. Of course, there were several quote unquote loan repayments made to Joe Biden from his brother for, $40,000, $200,000. Don't you have records of this? I would think that if they had records of those loans being made, they'd be screaming at our doorstep saying, here's the loan we made, but silence, crickets. On the other front, the Trump trial, his election interference trial, had been delayed. Turns out that special counsel Jack Smith has requested that the Supreme Court of the United States, SCOTUS, review and see if he has, in fact, immunity. So the judge in the trial said, hey, we're going to hold this thing off and just not set any more trial dates. So that puts him ahead of the ball in front of Super Tuesday. And then finally, of course, just about 15 minutes ago, the United States Congress voted in favor of an impeachment inquiry. Now, this is not an impeachment of Joe Biden. This is simply an investigation, a way to look into bank records and a way to compel people to come in before Congress and tell the truth. One of those people being Hunter Biden, who, by the way, may be facing congressional contempt charges. What do you guys think?